Decades before Alexander Graham Bell filed a patent, a man on Staten Island built a working device that carried a human voice through a wire. He never got the credit. He never got the money. It took the United States Congress 113 years to admit he was right. Antonio Meucci was born in Florence in 1808 and trained as a stage engineer at one of Europe's great opera houses, learning to move sound and machinery to make an illusion feel real. He carried that skill first to Havana, then in 1850 to New York. On Staten Island, his wife Ester became bedridden with crippling arthritis. Rather than shout across the house, Meucci wired her bedroom to his workshop with a device that carried his voice electrically. He called it the teletrofono. By his own account, he built more than 30 of them. A full US patent cost $250, far beyond a struggling immigrant inventor's means. In 1871, Meucci could only afford a cheaper legal placeholder, a patent caveat, a one-year notice of intent to patent, renewable each year for a small fee. That same year, the Staten Island ferry, Westfield, exploded beneath him. Severely burned, Meucci spent months in the hospital. While he was recovering, his wife, desperate for money, sold his prototype models and papers to a second-hand dealer for $6. He tried to buy them back. They had already been resold to a stranger whose name no one ever recorded. What does it cost to lose an invention? In Meucci's case, exactly $10. In 1874, too poor to renew his caveat again, he let it lapse, and with it, his legal claim. 2 years later, Alexander Graham Bell filed for a patent on an electric telephone and was granted it in 1876. Meucci believed his materials had passed through the same New York laboratory Bell's associates used. He never proved that in court, but he never accepted the silence either. In 1887, the United States government itself sued to void Bell's patent, presenting evidence that Meucci had demonstrated voice transmission by wire as early as 1860, 16 years before Bell. A judge, unmoved by an aging Italian immigrant testifying in broken English, ruled his devices merely mechanical. Meucci kept appealing. In 1887, the case finally reached the U.S. Supreme Court. But on October 18, 1889, before it could be decided, he died, 81 years old, and by every account, poor. The case closed, unresolved, the same season he was buried. While Meucci was dying in obscurity, Bell's telephone was becoming one of the most valuable inventions of the industrial age, spanning cities, then continents, seeding a company that would one day be worth billions. Today, the device he first built connects nearly every human being on Earth. Its first inventor died owning almost nothing. On June 11, 2002, 113 years after Meucci's death, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a resolution stating plainly, had he been able to pay $10 in 1874, no patent could have been issued to Bell at all. Congress finally said his name. The price of Meucci's genius wasn't a stolen idea alone. It was $6 for a life's work, sold from a hospital bed. It was $10 he didn't have. It was 113 years of silence before a government finally said what he always knew. The telephone was his first.